I know what it means.
Get one. Maybe I will. Oh yeah, thanks for paying.
It's like I was gonna use the bathroom, but
This is real hot chocolate. And you can like see the steam. Wow. Is it good? It's really chocolate.
Never, never, never. We had the best connection. We're kinda similar, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna run through my recent favorites for the last 2 months. This is almost an exercise for me to kind of reflect on what I've been enjoying, what's been sparking joy for me. And unfortunately, a lot of these, some of them are material goods, some of them are some music, movies, TV that I've been enjoying during this kind of cozy, more staying in season. Running through clothing, because I think, I don't know, that's what I care a lot about. And right now I don't really have an outlet to shop for homeware. So anyway, first thing, these Adidas capris. Am I showing this very well? They have this at the bottom. They're pretty like tight, but then they do a little flare, like a classic capri. But they were like $10 on Poshmark, and there's tons on there. So I really recommend if you're looking for some vintage, more stylish activewear. I feel like a hurdle for me with like workout classes, which I haven't really got into, but I do love hot yoga. That's kind of the only one that I've really stuck with. Was I hated the like matching set of like a tight. It's still what I end up wearing a lot of the time because I still haven't really figured out what my workout style is. Again, not that it really matters, but I think when you're working out and you feel good in what you're wearing, it definitely has like an impact. Anyway, I digress, but I have been seeing other girlies kind of talk about the vintage activewear trend, and it's like there's so much out there, you might as well go buy some. The only thing I will caveat is that we have come a long way in terms of fabric being more technical and more breathable, sweat wicking, etc. So these are great for more low impact activities. I did run in them one day, which was fine, but they don't really have pockets, so they're not the most technical things ever, but they're really comfortable. So, and in a hot yoga class, I was kind of getting too hot. Anyway, I recommend trying to find some activewear if it doesn't gross you out. For me, I don't really mind. You just throw it in the wash, whatever. My Nordas, I just got, finally. I've been, like, eyeing them for a while, but I didn't want to bite the bullet on, like, $300-something shoes, but I saw Altitude's been feeding me paid ads, Altitude Sports, and they were, like, $50-$60 off, so I was like, great, you know what, now's the time. And, again, another example of, like, buying the gear, and then you enjoy the activity more. I've been running a lot more. I'm going to say a lot. I try to get out there just to move my body, be in the woods. I bought the Stussy Mountain Hardwear beanie, and I also got the long sleeve, but my boyfriend actually has a long sleeve. Fits him better than it fits me. But anyway, I love the beanie. It's a classic, like, fleece-lined piece. And, yeah, it's kind of like brandy, whatever, but I like it. It's nice. Wore it camping the other week. My Fry purse I've been using every single day, and it's awesome. They do sell it new still, but I was lucky to find it in a thrift store. It wasn't thrift store prices, though. For some reason, it was behind the cash, and someone have obviously... Okay, this is my gripe. I love my, like, community thrift stores, but the young Gen Zs who are helping out there are doing some Google image searching or Google searching, and then they're pricing things like consignment resale prices. I get it. I'm okay with it when I'm shopping at a secondhand store where they're donating the money, but Value Village and any, like, for-profit thrift store, miss me with it. Annoying. And I know we've, like, gone so beyond that, and that's been happening, but the fact that it was happening at my local, like, church thrift store, I was, like, kind of appalled. But I looked at the purse, loved it, but I was like, am I gonna spend $100 on this purse? Went back to my car, thought about it, searched it up. It's like a $300-$400 purse, I don't know. And I was like, I rarely see a purse that I really like. And you know what? I'm quite happy with it. I've gotten my wear out of it. I use it every day. And I will continue doing that. I don't really buy a ton of stuff new, so I somehow rationalize it. I saw someone else, another influencer girl, Pig Mommy, talking about this, where it's like I either buy something and it's like $4, or I buy something and it's like a couple hundred. And I'm kind of in that state where it's like I'll invest in pieces when it's worth it, but most of the time I'm trying to just, like, scrape together something that I like from the thrift store. On that same note, my vintage frames. I got my prescription put in, and I'm so happy with them. They fit my face perfectly. They're a fun little funky design. They have some personality. I got them from New World Optical. He has all vintage frames, and he's been doing glasses since the 70s. Amazing. He has a picture up in his shop of, like, him when he's, like, super young making the prescriptions, which I guess you, like, carved them before. I might sound dumb by saying this, but I didn't really kind of realize, like, obviously it's just glass and they shave it down. I don't even know. I don't know. But either way, it is so lovely to support a local, independently owned shop. He knows his shit. He's so charming. He's, like, telling me what looks like on my face. Like, he knows what's up. Go check him out if you're looking to get new glasses, you have insurance coverage, whatever, maybe don't. But I recommend that over going to, like, one of the 10 chains. And why is every chain, like, a 2-word name, like Bailing Nelson, Warby Parker? Like, what is that formula that's happening? Anyway, I used to buy my glasses I guess my first pair was a Ray-Ban pair, and then my second pair was Warby Parker. I was like influenced by the Emma Chamberlain collection, whatever. But I don't think they actually look good on my face. I just was like, I need new glasses. Now I'm actually happy with these. Anyway, vintage thermal. I thrifted this and finally cut the bottom today. It's been sitting in my closet, and I've been like thinking about how I need to just like hem it. Oh, this is a crazy angle, but I just cut it and it looks great. It looks fine. I didn't need to be fussed about hemming it, honestly. It looks great, and it's nice and warm, but 100% cotton, so it's not itchy. I get the thermal hype, and I've been waiting to find one, so I'm quite happy with this one. Again, I found it at my local church thrift for like $10, which I love. I know a lot of vintage stores kind of sell them for like $50, $60. It's craziness. Maybe eBay has some, so I could recommend that as well. Products, the Kiehl's, I spelled this wrong. I got the new Kiehl's cleanser. I used to be a non-fragrance girly because I thought my skin was sensitive, but honestly, this is great. It has like a light smell, but it's like really refreshing, and it kind of just adds something to my routine. I finally tried the Road Toasted Teddy. You know what? It's nice. I love just like putting a blush on and leaving the house. I think, can I see the difference between any of my blushes? Like, not really. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to makeup, but putting a bit of blush on makes me feel like I've done something, therefore I can leave the house feeling like I'm put together. Okay, moving into music, I've been back on a like Paul McCartney Wings kick. I don't know, something about the fall season, something so comforting about his music. Love him. Was listening to a lot of Mark William Lewis. His new album is fantastic. I saw him live, and it was really good. I mean, if you are rocking with Geese in the Cameron Winter frenzy, then definitely I recommend Mark William Lewis. I've also been listening to, obviously, Geese getting killed as well, like everyone and their mom. I'm trying to think what else. I'm like perusing as I'm looking. I'm a big playlist gal, I'm not gonna lie, because I like resurfacing songs that I haven't listened to and like being like, oh wait, I love this. Oh, this album I enjoy. I guess it's an EP. CCFX EP. It's like self-titled. This rocks. And then some NTS shows. I'm going to link my favorites because there's a few that I've been really enjoying. There's one Sofia Coppola one. They kind of do like music from her movies, and then they mix in some sound bites of her different films, and it's awesome. Like listening to it while I'm zoning in on some work, it's kind of nice. It almost feels like I'm not watching a movie, but I like the added like dialogue within it. So yes, and we love Sophia. On that same note, I'm talking about movies. I saw Sentimental Value. That was kind of the only movie I've seen in theaters recently, but I loved it. It is Joachim Trier. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Another movie out of Norway. A lot of Norwegian actors, and most of the movie was dubbed. No, not dubbed. Subtitles, but it rocked. I recommend going to see it. A lot of themes on like family relationships, and just very real, and the styling in it's great, the music's great, the acting's fantastic. It's kind of the same actors as Worst Person in the World, essentially and same director, sorry. So the director's kind of creating a bit of a universe. Worst Person in the World being kind of that existential crisis theme, this one being more that like family relationship theme. And last but not least, TV shows. I've been watching I Love LA, and I've been loving it. I think it's mostly positive reviews. I also like reading kind of the dialogue and what people think about it, but I personally love the humorous aspect of like the influencer world, because I've kind of worked in marketing, fashion marketing, whatever, for the last like 3-4 years, so I think it's just like funny to me in a lot of ways. I've also visited LA a few times, so I kind of have a bit of a grasp on like what goes on, or just like on social media. I kind of, I don't want to say tapped in because that's like an annoying way to say it, but it's a funny narrative on kind of like the current state of Gen Z. And I've been rewatching Sex and the City like from season 1. I forgot how good like the first 3 seasons are, and I hadn't seen them in a while, so just like a great kind of binge-y when I'm feeling cozy at home. But yeah, that's kind of the run through of my favorites recently. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but I think that's the general gist. Yeah.